Excellent. I am live, or so I am told, by the powers of the bits and bobbles, by bits and nibbles. The nibble bits flowing through the wire, flowing through the air, flowing through my very cranium right now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Ian here, and I am Void Strummer, and I am here to strum the void and try to make things that can surprise me. That's kind of what I'm interested in lately, is making systems that can surprise me. It's sort of what drives me to pursue procedural art as a practice, as a focus of my efforts. And so in that vein, I'm going to turn down human music. It's kind of bugging me today for whatever reason. I'll turn it off for that matter. So for that reason, I am here to explore various systems that can surprise me and help me create art that I don't know, makes me smile. So let's see here. Let's go to YouTube and let's get the link. Let's actually look at like the chat and the links and whatnot. It'll be helpful, I promise. All right, so let's see my channel. There we are, live at this very moment. So we'll just grab that. I don't have enough going on YouTube yet to get the custom link. So I gotta go get this Randoid link every time here. All right, let's see. And what do we need to put that on? We need to put that in the tweet, right? What's happening? Orle Vatos, what is happening? Let's say streaming procedural light tool development in Blender on YouTube and Twitch. We'll just promote the YouTube. I like that one better for now. And do we have like a picture I could put in here? I must have a picture. Yeah, let's grab a picture of something cute, delicious. And there we go. And tweet. Okay, so that's about all I need to do there. Well, I could do this one more thing here. We could profile, and we could hit up, what do we got? We gotta get this tweets link. All right, let's just post this right here. Hey, y'all. We're doing some procedural lighting tools today. All right, we got pop. Okay, so we're good there. Now we can proceed with the content portion of the program. Oh my goodness, I only have so much water, so I'm going to let that sit there. I'm going to have to tough it out for a minute. All right, well, I want to make a tool that can manipulate lights. For a while, I've wanted to have a tool that could just spit out like lighting configurations. Now, there's probably some libraries of studios and stuff like that out there, and that would probably be a great place for me to just grab a bunch of stuff and get a scene going. However, I have other interests, and I want to build a tool that can surprise me. I guess I've said it before, right? It's not so much getting the lighting, the studio setups that other people have made and have put out there. I want to make a tool that can make a lot of garbage and the occasional diamond in the rough. And then I want to refine the tool to increase the ratio of diamonds to garbage so that eventually we're getting many more diamonds. And maybe a way to like save those configurations out would be cool in the end as well. All right, so let's proceed on that. What we got to do is, I like area lights, so let's just focus on those. Maybe if somebody's watching knows why I shouldn't use area lights as often as I do. I appreciate that they're more expensive and noisier, but they're also, they just work, which I like quite a bit. So I don't know, that's a discussion worth having probably. So let's go over here to the scripting tab in Blender and make this huge, man. Oh, get a load of that script. That thing is huge. All right, and this says blah, 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 light add. Okay, so this is an ops, light underscore add. And what are we doing here? Radius equals 1. Near. Oh, you know what? I should probably put this window right here. A little ADD at the moment. Excuse me for just 1 second. There we go. So now I can see that there. Let's put this one over here so I can see it right there. Oh, that's very nice. There we go. Okay, excellent. I'll keep a better eye on the chats that way. All right. So this is one way to add a light. I tend to avoid using ops in Blender because they can be dependent upon a bunch of prerequisites. There's this thing called a polling function associated with operations. I think that's what that's short for. Ops, operate. Yeah, that seems like that's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, so instead of so the polling function is like checking, like, is the user got this correct thing selected? Are they in the right window? Are all the circumstances correct for this action? My understanding is that unless you want to read the code for some of those ops, it's hard to tell what hand waving you need to do to get that to behave, to go through, to get the action to complete. So instead, for simple stuff, I'm going to use the data model, which is where we just create it using by adding objects. But I don't have the process to do that memorized. I am a creative first and a programmer way far second. So I'm just going to we're going to be looking stuff up today. That's just the bottom line. It's unavoidable. So let's get this going here. And it's like, because I haven't done it enough times. I've worked on a few projects. Let's see, Blender, Python, add light. Okay, so okay, blah, blah, blah. You definitely can. It's like, I just forget the syntax for, we got to access the data. So it's going to be like, something like, in here, D is short for bpy.data. So it's going to be like bpy.data.objects. What do we got? Like .new. I'm not sure what we can call there. Is that a call we can make? New blend data. Yes, indeed. So it's like still getting accustomed to the Blender sort of hierarchy in API here. So let's see, bpy.data.objects.new, and we just need to give it a name and some object data. And so that object data is probably going to be some kind of enum or string that we need to pass it to tell it, hey, you be a light. So we just need to find out what that string is. It may, in fact, be, let's see, well, we've got object light add. Specifically, this is the operation for light add. But let's see, let's look up what we need to tell it to be a light, using the data model here. Well, this is interesting. Let's see, bpy.data.lamps. Oh, okay. Create a new lamp data block. Perfect. Okay, this is what we need to do. So each object in Blender has a data block, and that data block determines what the object does. So, for instance, if it's a mesh, then it'll have a mesh data block. If it's a light, it'll have a light data block. I guess it's a lamp data block. So, whatever the case, but it'll have the data corresponding to what it's for. So in this case, we have to create the lamp data block, which is interesting. It's like separate from the, it's separated from the main, excuse me, what am I trying to say here? It's its own collection of objects in the file's data structure here, that all the meshes are in one, all the materials are in another, and so forth. This is the, what is this? The Blender file view of the outliner here, which is kind of helpful. So all this stuff exists in these just big flat collections, and then the hierarchy is all imposed upon them in the scene. So you can, presumably you would be able to access these in a different way in a different scene and share that data between the various objects, which is pretty rad. I appreciate that is exposed to the programmer interface here. So, all right. So we got to create this lamp data first. Oh, and this text editor has no features, by the way, so that's fun as well. So let's go. Lamp data. Well, I can just use what I see in front of me. I like to type it out myself and kind of think about what each part is doing. I don't want to be looking stuff up forever. You know what I mean? At some point, you want to get good enough that you're not having to review it time and time again. Okay, this looks like actually this is for Blender 2.63. So this may not actually be correct anymore. This lamp thing looks really suspicious. KLD, welcome LD to ya. How's it going, bud?
So we got to make sure. I don't know if there's still lamps here. See, there's no lamp collection. So let's go bpy.data. Let's see. I bet you there's a lights collection though. Yep, lights. So if you're in the console in Blender here, which is under what is this? Scripting Python console right here. Then you can partially type something out and then hit tab, and it'll give you the rest of the line, or it'll give you some options if there are multiple choices. I'm getting on all right. Kieldy, I just finished a big project yesterday. Well, a couple finishing touches today, and now I am back on the art. I'm back on my art project. So I'm getting right back into that with the stream today, building a random light generator for now. That I picture a sort of an exploration tool sitting on top of that. We'll see how it goes. All right, bpy.data.lights. I think we're gonna have to go .new because these data type collections will let you create another one using the interface of the collection itself. So .new, and we'll give it a name. Name equals random light. And let's see, type equals, and I'm just guessing based upon what I see below here, area. But I think that's a fair guess. And I don't think, yeah, there's no autocomplete for that. I would have been shocked. All right, so this is going to create that. Now, I bet you, let's just watch lights right over here. And I bet you what's going to happen is, oh, oh, anticlimactic. There we go. All right, punctuated with a hearty pound. The random light has appeared here in the lights collection, the global lights collection. You'll see it's not in the scene. In fact, let's just get rid of this light here so there's no confusion. It's not in the scene because it is not linked to an object. So that's our next port of call. Let's see, lamp. You have to have your mouse hovering over here to interact with this. Lamp object equals bpy, which I could be just writing as bpy.data as d, but I don't want to. KLD, good to hear. Random light sounds like a way to get really weird results. Exactly so. Yeah, I want to. Okay, phase one of this particular little project is generate n number of lights of color, varying the color and intensity and a few other things at various orientations around an object. That's phase one. And then that will be the most chaotic and produce, that system will produce the maximum garbage. But my strategy for these systems is to start by producing any system that has a chance in hell of doing what I want it to do, which is surprise me with an interesting result, and then look for ways to narrow its output to the most interesting possibilities. So that's what we're doing here today. We're going to get that process started. And then I'm going to be back with Cousins this week and my other procedural collection stuff. Now that I'm done with my job, I can ramp back up on my efforts there, which I am very, very happy to report. So thank you. Oh, and thank you for the like on the video. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I did YouTube videos and got a like, and my heart is going patter, 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 pat, patter, 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 pat. Appreciate it. All right, let's proceed with the content, however. Let's see, objects. No, we gotta keep that right there. Objects dot new. Now, okay, I'm looking down at my cheat sheet here. And then objects.new, so we give it a name, and then we tell it what object data to have. Okay, excellent. All righty, let's see here. Name equals random light object. And oops. Oh, this interface. Oh, that's right, because I'm not editing code right now. All right, that's fine. Actually, maybe I should move over to this editor here. However, let's just go new. That'll do fine. This will allow us to give us a little bit more. Happen? There we go. Okay, cool. Let's make that here. And shuffle this off to the left. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. All right, now let's take this line that we're already working on. And since we're going to do this again, let's remove the random light here. Delete. Okay, because we're going to create another one at the beginning of this script. And we're going to have a handle to it. Random light object. And then object data equals lamp data. All right. So as of that point, we should have, let's see, Kielde says, yes, true random would give mostly nonsense, but the specific circumstances you mentioned could give cool results. Indeed. Yeah. So the I'm going to set it up to create the possibility of like, basically my initial setup is based upon my basic understanding of lighting to begin with. It, like fill lights, key lights, rim lights, etc., backlights. So I'm going to create a situation where the light is always pointed at the subject. So that significantly increases my chances of getting a valuable result. And then what I'm thinking about doing is using a mesh to define the possible positions rather than just having it say, oh, you can pick any point in space. If I probably that will actually be the first version, though, now that I think about it, because I have to figure out how to like grab the position of each vertex and all that fun stuff. But in any case, ultimately, I think building it off a mesh and then providing the mesh as one of the possible randomization choices would allow us to use the mesh to sort of guide us toward better outputs. Like, where they're going to be just like areas where the lights are going to provide more value. So anyway, that's future force information there. Future, I don't have a future word to say. That's coming in the future of mankind. All right, but for now, let's see. Lamp object is blah, 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 blah. All right, so this is going to work. Schnink. Ah, I said it was going to work, but I didn't. All right, what is the output from that? Where do we go? So script failed. Oh, that's right. I got to get the console here. Window, toggle system console. The name BPY. Oh yeah, because I didn't actually import the Blender Python interface. Import BPY. There you go. Now it's gonna definitely work. There you go. Schmick. There we go. So it created the random light. Now it created the light object. You may not believe me because you don't see it in the scene or the scene collection. However, I will prove it to you because here it is. However, it is not linked to a scene. So now we got to do that as well. All right, let's see. Scene.object. I'm just staring at the code here. I can't deny it because I don't know this part very well. Let's see. Lamp object. And I was just linking that. Now, this, I think this is right. But I am looking at code that was written for 2.63, and we're in 2.93. So we're gonna see what we can see. And now I can also undo. What? Okay, that's a little disappointing. It's like all of this. Okay, let's undo run script. There we go. So that's going to kill the objects that the script may. Oh, it was supposed to, but it didn't. Okay, well, let's just make sure we get both of those. Because I started typing stuff in there, it did not bring it all over. That's all good, though, brother. All right. All right, brother. Where the hell is objects? Why can't I? Okay. Lights. No objects anymore? Okay, that seems to be the case. Oh, let's see. Orphan data. No objects in orphan data. One mesh. I don't know why that's orphan data. I just deleted the. Oh, these get cleaned up. That's right. So unless this is checked, this is a fake user shield here. Protects it from being cleaned up. This stuff gets deleted when you, I think you save and open the file again. That stuff is not preserved. But for whatever reason, it doesn't clean it up until the end there. Which seems like potential for challenges. But maybe there's like something else that can trigger that cleanup. All right, so let's see. Lamp object. And, I have undone my previous doing. Scene dot. Oh, actually, we need to use a little bit more stuff there because this is not EPY dot data dot scenes. Well, actually, we could use context dot scene. context.scene dot objects.link, and then the lamp linked right in there. Right in there, nice and snug. And now, what is our error here? BPY has no object, has no attribute link. Okay, this was the concern that I had. This is out of date, so I need to figure out what the correct value to place in that position is. So objects has some kind of interface for adding objects to it. I forget if it's link. Actually looks familiar, but I'm being told here. Let's see, objects.link. I'm thinking that this is actually needs to be targeting a collection. Yeah, unless that would link directly to the scenes collection. Anyway, so we got to figure some stuff out here. So a useful way to figure that stuff out is just go over here to the bpy.context.scene, and then let's just see what options we got. Okay, so we got the scenes that presumably exist, slot settings, Blender key. So I'm getting like a bunch of possible keys for the scene, which doesn't seem correct to me, but that is the only scenes. No, scenes is not an appropriate collection. I think maybe it's got to be collections. All right, bpy.context. Collections. Let's just look up the API for this. So it's bpy.context scene. Because I'm guessing it has changed at this point. bpy.types.scene. Okay, this will give us information about what we should be able to access via the scene. Does it have an attribute called objects? It does have an attribute called objects, which is it of type scene objects. And then does objects doesn't have a link? Doesn't have a link for us? Is item keys, path, prop, all that stuff. No, we've gone down a bad path for me. I don't know how to handle that stuff. bpy.prop bpy_prop_ collection. Built-in classes used for all collections. So find items, keys, values. That's not where we want to land either. Okay, so we're going to go instead of using this approach here, I'm going to go to that's so irritating. There's my mouse over there. The script is in Python. That will definitely give you endless. But yeah. That's very exciting. The possibility of getting more proficient in Python, so I can start linking these things together, utilizing the existing libraries and punching them into output in Blender seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so let's see. ppy.data. I thought there was a scenes. Yeah, okay, so it's a collection of scenes. All right, scenes, and then we only have one. And since we're just let's see. Do we have a bpy.context scene? Okay, yeah, that's totally a thing. All right, well, we don't need to. Oh, it's scenes. Scenes. No. This is referring to this specific scene. So that'll do. bpy.context.scene. Now, objects. Okay, that's a thing. What we got here? Find for each, get items, keys. Yeah, okay, so this is no longer appears to be the appropriate way to add this. Get items, keys, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so instead, go to collection. That's just going to be the main scene collection. Okay, that makes sense to me. I'm into that. All right, what do we got here? Link. Do we have link? We got to find link. Oh, there we go. There's an objects within collection. So let's go objects. Link is present. So we just had to traverse the hierarchy here a little further, but we eventually arrived in our port of call. So let's give that lamp object. This I should know a little bit better because I had to deal with this a bunch for cousins so far, but I get split up between what I'm doing and stuff doesn't have time to sink in, and then I got to relearn it. But whatever. Hopefully that cements it in better in the long run. We'll see. All right, BP by dot. Okay, so we got the lamp object now, and that should be adding it to the scene. So let's get rid of this data that we don't need anymore, and let's go to the Blender file here and just make sure. I want to make sure we're all clean. If I remember next time to undo after I run this, it should just undo it outright. Okay, there we go. Random light object. Random light is getting made there. I'm actually gonna. Do not type. There we go. Yeah. Hit it. Okay. It was just bothering me that there's no underscore here. Do me. Bring that up by mistake. I don't want to save. I'm living on the edge. Living on the edge. Dear, 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 dear. Dear, 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 dear. Okay. So now we've created a light. Oh my god. So that's all there is to it. Create light. And let's see here. Well, I guess let's create a function. Create a function we can call def create light, and we're going to give it a name. Name. I think is that the type hinting in Python? That looks familiar. And we're going to give it. We don't need to give it anything else right now because it's going to be randomized at first. So for now, let's just have this thing like exist. And then we'll pull out a function that'll allow us to specify all the shit we care about. And then we'll feed the random values into that. But for now, this will suffice. All right, so this is not going to have any kind of return value. And then we're going to simply take the goodies from here, put them in here. And we're going to take the name value. And I think we'll do something like, let's go F. And this is going to allow me to format this string. And so I'm going to name the data name. And then when it's in brackets, that tells it to interpret this, to evaluate this value. This is going to be the contents of whatever is passed into create light. And name, and then it was just data, right? Okay, so that'll do. And then we can do the same thing down here. Object. The object of my desire is an object to contain my light. This is my story. Okay, so this is just, all this is going to do is just create a light and plop it in, link it into the scene. Test it out now. Create light, let there be light. Harvums, nonsense word from my grade school days. And there we go. Let's add, let's do this first. And let's go light object. It'll be obvious in most cases, but I'm going to overdo it for now. That's my default mode. My default mode is to give too much information and then trim it back later. Okay, so we've created this light. It's pretty boring. It's not in a particular place. So what do we got to do? We want to manipulate its, the end key doesn't work. Does it work? Okay, the end key on the numpad does not work there. That's interesting. We want to change position, change target, change color, change intensity, change, I can't remember what it's called. It's not focus. It has another name. We'll figure it out as we go here. So this creates the light. Create light, data, and object. I like to overkill on those sometimes as well. Not consistent. So, if you're looking for consistency, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe we can grow together in that way. Context.scene. Okay, so change position. We need to put it somewhere. Let's see. What's the easiest way to put it somewhere is just to pick some random values that are not too far away. Let's go let's see. Let's create a value here called position range. And this is going to be an int. I don't think this is necessary, but I just learned about the type hinting, so I'm having fun. I'm practicing, I guess. And this actually isn't going to be int, it's going to be a float. So let's call this a value of 5.0. Okay, and then in change position, we're just going to go, let's see here if I can remember how to access this. It's going to be, dear God, I hate that. bpy.data.objects. Oh, we don't have any objects in the scene right now. Let me add something. We could practice. Let's practice this. Let's go cube equals bpy.data. Oh, you know what? That's too much work. I'm not going to do that. That's too much practice. Mesh. Let's monkey. There we go. Okay. Monkey is there. Now we got to I wanted to learn how to access its position properly. So let's go bpy.data. What is this thing? It's called Suzanne. So we can go .objects Suzanne using its name. That's one of the reasons names have to be unique, is because they are keys that can be used to refer to objects in a hierarchy of said objects. All right. So, and now we can ask this thing what we can do with it. So, position, right? Dot what? We got nothing? No, it doesn't. It's not talking to me here. What we got here? I thought that had position data in it. I'm so embarrassed. Oh well. Shit happens. Okay. Well, something will remind me. Blender Python set object position. Oh. Can't set the location of the object by program. Set object location from Python. That sounds great. Let's assume that you want to move an object named cube, and you want to move it 5 units from the origin along the x-axis. Location! I just didn't scroll down far enough. I knew it had a different name. Well, new is a strong word. I had a feeling it had a different name, but I did not use it. All right, let's try this again. Oh my God. Okay. Just scroll down. Look, I'm not going to cry. Okay, so, wow. I guess these are all the... What in the hell is this? This is... I confess my ignorance. Let's see. Blender location attribute. I want to... Is there... No, this isn't quite what I'm after. Okay, well, let's just assume that we can access the X, Y, and Z this way and see if it barfs at us. All right, so we're going to go with lamp object dot location dot x equals 5. No, equals well, let's just do this because I think I know how to do it. Import random. Oh my God. Let's see. I'm pretty sure. Was it random dot random? I forget what the yeah. I'm gonna look it up. Blender. No. Python float in range. Generate random float numbers in Python using random and uniform. Returns a random number between a range. Excellent. Well, that's exactly what we need. So badass. Yeah. Yeah, see, I got to use this N key, see? It's going to teach me. It's going to change my ways. Yeah, that's how it is. All right, so we're going to go random.uniform. And now we're going to go negative position range. I guess it should be like half of position range. And then position range over 2, right? Okay, and then I'm just going to do that for each one of these. It's going to be great. You watch. It's going to be awesome. I mean, or it's going to fail, and then I have to figure out what the hell. YZ today. No saving. We're living on the edge. I dare you to crash, Blender. That'll be the end of the show forever. Or for today. Because I go rewrite the code. And I'll learn it better. That's how I win. And you lose. Okay. Sorry, all this trash talking against my imaginary foe is making me nervous about saving. I don't really got to get on there and save this thing. All right. I'm just going to run this script. Okay, great. Seems to have sort of worked. Like, this is not where you would normally put one of these by default. So, yeah, great. Actually, rather closer to the object than I would prefer, but that's a little opportunity to optimize later on. So, now that we've got that happening, we need to learn how to point the light's target at something. So let's just create another one. And then let's see. Change light size. That reminds me, I can look up what that was called. It is called spread. Spread, I guess, is sort of the opposite of focus. And now, what happens if I grab this thing and move it? Transform axis target. So that thing is potentially called an axis target. Well, we'll see about that, shall we? Harvam's light object. Give me your spine. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. So now we got the light object and dot data dot, and then what do we got? Is that okay? Look at all this awesome stuff we have here. We just need to figure out which one of these lets us point the light. Distance. I hoped it was going to turn out to be transform axis, but maybe let's go down there to T. QRS, no. QRS, no can do. All right, well, we're going to have to dig through here. YouTube stream failed. Ooh. Thank you for letting me know, Bardez. Let me just pop over to the YouTube stream and make sure that it's working, at least for me. There we go, live now. It still seems to be running at my end. I hope that you're able to get it sorted out, though. Oh, now it's back? Okay, cool. Good. Thank you for letting me know. Excellent. Sub-Zero. All right. Mortal Kombat. Okay, so we can sit here and read through this list and try to figure it out. Or we can try to look it up. So let's start there. Let's go Blender, Python, set light target. Somebody's got to have searched that, right? Oh, it must be the worst if you're extremely prescient and ahead of things and you're constantly wondering about things before they're on Google. Of course, that's a nice position. That's a good problem to have. Can you add a light source, target lights and cameras, blah, blah, blah. See, I don't want to use an op. That's the thing. I don't want to have a light selected. I want to be able to get it from the data so that I'm not fighting with the requirements of the op system. You can't track to the 3D cursor, but can easily track the lamp to an object via the track to constraint. Oh, so I could use a track to constraint, which would be fine if that's what it does. I'm not actually all that familiar with the constraint system, so let's take a look. Let's take our light. And what is this? Constraints are here. And track to. Tell it to track to this Suzanne character. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, okay. So these are probably fairly easy to set up, I'm guessing. Let's go down here. Whoopsies, spread. Let's see. I need to point this light, but it's just an object, so I think I can go to object.constraints. There we go. Dot add active. Dot what do we got here? Active, clear, copy, data, find. For each gift, move new. That's probably what we want. Okay. New, and then we got to figure out what new wants. Which it's not going to be very specific about, but that's okay. Let's see. Blender Python. Add constraint. Yep. It's just going to be like it's. This is what I needed to know. Is just what parameters are required for it. In fact, it'd probably be better for me to go Blender manual bpy bpy dot data dot no let's see, Blender manual add constraint, new constraints. See, I want the API for this. Let's go Blender Python long API constraint. There we go. Constraint. Actually, I need constraints. Constraint. Yeah. Hopefully, this will get us there at some point. Okay, so these these are the individual constraints. I need to create a new one. Oh, I could potentially actually just look down here. bpy.data.context equals constraint. Okay, cool. When was that? Okay, let's review this process, shall we? All right, so we went over here. We selected this object. Okay, and then we chose the track to constraint. Okay, constraint. Okay, so this is an ops constraint. And I bet you we can just go type equals track to here. Type equals to. We'll just hard code a bunch of stuff. Excuse me. Okay, rolling that out, looking great. Okay, let's see here now. We're gonna just use well, I'm kind of starting to think I should get the name proper here. But we could just go with lamp object.name. That seems fine. Okay, take this here and put in lamp object.name. Right. Okay. Well, actually, it'd be smart is to just go lamp object. Gary Busey here for all of your informative Blender Python looking up and implementing needs. All right. Now let's continue. Let's continue up. All right. Lamp object. This is not proper impersonation, but I'll take it up anyway. All right. Dr. Shane, type track to. Okay. That makes sense to me. So let's take off. We don't need this no more. That's fine. We can take this one out. We don't need this one no more. Delete. It'll be fine. Okay. See, Suzanne is, oh my God, the cat is terrifying me from behind. I don't know what to do about that. All right. Now we're going to do this. All right. Now, lamp objects. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it works. No, I'm not going to save. And it has, it totally works. And it's just not pointed at anything yet. So we just learned that next. And we're going to go. Look at this. Oh, feel it. Oh, Suzanne. Now, if I just had an empty at the center, or if I created an empty object at the center of the world, that would probably be better. TTYLKLD. Thanks for coming by, bud. Glad you could make it over here. Always happy to have your company. And I'll speak to you when I speak to you again. Be well. All right. Let's see here. Track 2. And then so the track 2, we've added that. And then I'm assuming that this is going to give us a, let's see, a tracker constraint. Let's see if it does. I think it will. Oh, man. Except for now I got to do all this. I got to start. There's a better way to do this. I just didn't set it up for today, so please forgive. Okay, now then. Let's see if this will return a handle, a reference to that new object. See, track to constraint equals. There we go. And then let's just print track to. There we go. And nope, we're not saving. I told you we're not doing this. Track to constraint is not defined. Name error, name track to constraint. So it's just not getting a value. This isn't returning anything. I guess we could have probably done something like print. I'm just curious now. It should output something because print will automatically say like, oh, what's the thing I need to get from this and show. It's just like what it is or whatever. So let's run that. Track to constraint. Okay, so no, it's getting a thing. Maybe I just typed it wrong before. Tracker equals. Let's just keep it super simple. Home, end. There we go. Print tracker. I'm guessing. Okay, no, we're good. I must have just screwed up the syntax before. I did have to type it like 18 times. So, okay, now we've got the tracker. So we can do stuff with it like tracker dot, and now we have to figure out what the name of the constraint in question is. It's the target. Let's just guess, right? Target equals bpy.beta.objects. We're just going to hard code this until I feel like not having it hard coded. And then that should do it there. Yep, it totally does. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, great. So now, at this stage, I do believe in spooks. I do believe in spooks. I do believe in spooks. I believe we can just go. Oh, look at that. All right, feels good. Let's go ahead and turn on the rendering here in this view. And hit this button a few times. Okay, sweet. Yeah, this is what we're here for. This is what we're here for. Gorgeous. All right. Now, what is else? What is else? Else is word. Let's go. Should we have a minimum distance from the object? I mean, let's just note that for the future. There's so many things that could get done. Let's go with change color. Yeah, let's do color now. Lamp, data, dot, and then whatever it's called. Let's look for light data API, Blender API, light data. All right, color, just a float, an array of 3 items, 0 to infinity and beyond. Wait, can you go beyond infinity? All right, whatever. So again, we're just gonna throw the randomest shit we can at this. It's gonna be I guess we got to construct an array. So what is that? Just in parentheses, I believe. So light data dot color now equals following array random dot inform. And that's going to be 0 to 1. Repeat that 3 times. That's as random as I can go with color. Some of the lights will be too dark to see. Okay. We're getting random up in here. There's just nothing done about it. We'll go along for the ride. And I love the sound of my own voice. Like most people, I started out hating it, but then when I realized that mostly my streams are talking to myself for an hour and a half, well, you just get in there and you just start to revel in it, don't you? All right, let's go. Lamp_data.color. That should already be working. Let's take a chance and just like do the next one. Lamp_data.intensity. I'm just going to hope that that's correct. Equals random.uniform 10 100. I don't know if that's correct. Just keep putting stuff in. Spread. All right, I don't know. I'm just gonna see what we can. Let's see. Has no attribute intensity. All right. Well, what's it called then? Power, perhaps? It's probably power. Watermelon Man. Okay. I don't know why that just popped into my head. Inherited. No, nothing we need there. Context. We got a context on light. That's the color. All right. Well, we'll have to just look this up, shall we? Just diffuse factor. The light is at half of the original intensity at this point. Okay. Okay. Blender, Python. Actually, light intensity. There's another way to get a clue. Over here and we adjust it on a light. How much is that dog in the window? The one with the waggly tail. Light unit and then power. Well, I don't know. I don't see it in the list, but let's just try power. Nope. It's not power either. Those lights. Oh, but I forgot what I was doing in the first place. Light area, and then I just go over here to the power, and I go change the power. Let's see, object.data.photographer.power. Okay, is that coming from a plugin? Python photographer light setting. Okay, I'm concerned that that is coming from a plugin, and I don't want to write for the plugin that's here. So let's go photographer and turn that off. Make sure. Okay. Did something break? Not necessarily. But okay, so here is the power. Area light energy. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so it's called energy. A little pop in my upper back there. And okay, so I don't actually have. Oh, very interesting. Specular volume shape. So spread is coming from photographer, it turns out. Diffuse reflection multiplier. Okay, so can I not make the area lights in default Blender more? Maybe I can't focus those, which would be a real shame. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, shall we? Okay. Now. Oh, I'm getting all kinds of errors, maybe because I disabled photographer. That's what happens sometimes. Energy, take me where I wanna be. There we go. Cool. I'd say that's okay. Let's check. Am I getting? Let's check to see that the power is actually, power is getting set. Excellent. All right. Position is getting set. Color is getting set. I don't know what the spread is, but we can change the size at least. We'll keep them square for now. We'll change the size. Okay, just size. Man, never had it so easy. Now I'm curious, though. Let's change this to rectangle. and then size and size Y. Oh, okay. I'll take that. All right, we'll just stick with squares for now. And remove anything from the code. Watch that out of the corner of my eye. Light size. Here we go. Lamp data. Whoops. Underscore data dot size equals random dot uniform. And then what are we going to go from like 1 to 10? All right. I believe that is phase 1 pretty much complete. I guess I am curious as to if there's a way to change the spread. Blender area light spread. Light area light features. I would be happy to have a feature like directionality. I will attach some screenshots of Corona Render. Directional area lights would be users would benefit from. Is spread for area lights working as expected? The new spread. Okay, that's a suggestion that there is spread for area lights. Okay, blah, 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 21st. Well, yes, this is by design. The feature works by dimming and eventually eliminating light rays coming from the area light as a function of their emission angle. Practically, this means that all the points on the area light surface that you look at an angle greater than your spread appear completely dark. All right. That's fine. Okay, but where is this area light spread? Shape. There it is. Beam shape is under spread. So did I just miss the beam shape indication there? Yeah, look at this. Even with just random lighting, like it gets lights on a thing, and every time I click it, it comes up with something like, there's a point at which there's enough light and it looks somewhat interesting. And that might be like, that's, when you're just like, oh, I just got some things and I need lights on them. Boom, 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 boom. Hit that 3 times or once with 3 inserted in there and just have it set something up. That seems useful to me. Okay, so let's figure out what's going on with the spread, though, if we can. Yep, we'll just add one here. And custom distance. Okay, that's not something I'm concerned about. Color, power, diffuse specular volume, shape, size, shadow. Is it perhaps not available as expected, or is it a different kind of light? Or maybe this is like from an unreleased version of Blender. Blender area light spread. Spread. Beam shape. So why is, okay, oh, cycles only. I see. That's my issue. All right, great. Cycles. And now, there we go. Okay, let's check this out in, data.spread. There we go. Let's set this all the way up to 180. Oh, it's photographers variant. Okay. Oh, but here, check it out. It's set to pi. So that's fine with me. 3.14 will be sufficient. So we will go with lamp. Oh, that's gone. I think, right? Yep, good. But I didn't mean to undo that. So change it back to cycles, set it to GPU, and then we are about done for today. Oh, this has been a fun one, though. All right, let's see here. Just for funsies, let's put the object into abject darkness. Object darkness? Abject darkness. Shader editor, world. Set this to 0. 3D viewport. There we go.
Darkness, darkness, I do call. Upon my darkened wings do fall. For Satan rides across the land to find bad men to fill his band.
Okay, now data size. Oh, this needs a parenthetical there. And then lamp, I guess I undid this. Lamp data dot enter dot spread equals random dot, or I never typed it, form 0, comma 3.4. All right, I'll give it a fair range. A fair range there. And let's see. I do believe that I can just proceed now. Maybe is it time to save? No, it's perfect. There we go. And then let's just make sure that we're getting all the behavior we're expecting here. Pick that light data. Yeah, take a look. What does it say? Oh, that spread is randomized. All right, make no mistake. All the way, baby. Okay, I think we did all right. Yeah, that was fun. All right. Ooh, see? Just put together something with just gives it a little illumination that's not boring. And I'd say that's a pretty good outcome for today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This has been Ian. I am Void Strummer, strumming the void. Look what we found, random lights. And I will continue to do so at least every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern time here on YouTube. You can also find me on Twitch. So my channel is Void Strummer on both Twitch and on YouTube. So if you want to subscribe to either of those, you are very welcome to do so. Also, if you want to support my practice, you can go to voidstrummer.com and look for whatever I have on offer at the time. I believe on my Hiket Nuke, I have a number of unique cousins for sale right now, and I have a batch that I need to get posted as well this week. So more of those coming, as well as other opportunities to help things move forward in the procedural illustration category of the world. So thanks very much for your support. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And until next time, be well.